Alright guys, today I'm going to show you what I believe is the best collection, the best case made, the best evidence for what really happened during the Apollo 11, all the Apollo missions, right? Right here, as soon as the Apollo 11 arrived on the moon, their presence was noticed by an alien race. They were warned to go away. And guys, these are quotes, taken from the actual astronauts. I mean, this is crazy, guys. Let me hit pause here. I do want to read this one. Now, Armstrong went on to saying that their ships were far superior both in size and technology. Obviously, NASA was committed at the time and couldn't risk a panic on Earth. Additionally, the moon's surface was covered with strange structures and buildings. I mean, covered? What do they mean by covered? And again, guys, these are quotes, taken from Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, all these guys, okay? That were not created by man, buildings that were not created by man. It is believed that some footage exists, but the decision was made to not make it public for obvious reasons. We know the reasons. The public would have a complete meltdown. They would panic, right? And again, guys, these are taken from the NASA archive. There isn't any CGI here. And this picture here blows my mind. It is clearly hovering. It is on the moon. This isn't a crater. This isn't a rock. This isn't some weird anomaly. This is something hovering that shouldn't be on the moon. Could it be humans' exploration of the universe is being regulated and conditioned by an alien race? I believe the aliens are watching over us. Look, they are our overlords, okay? It's possibly we're like some weird experiment. I don't know. And again, guys, I'm going to show you the best collection. Now, at the end of the video, oh, by the way, right there, I made a video, alien base on the moon. You guys check it out. But at the end of the video, I'm going to go over everything, kind of thumb through the pictures, because right now I'm going to burn through them quickly. Here's a UFO, Apollo 15 mission. Okay, at no time when the astronauts were in space were they alone. There was a constant surveillance by UFOs. I mean, come on, guys. Again, real quotes taken by real astronauts, during the missions. There was something out there that was close enough to be observed, and what could it be? Mike Collins decided that he could see it in the telescope, and he was able to do that. And when it was in one position that had series of ellipses, but when you made it real sharp, it was sort of an L shape. That didn't tell us very much. Now, guys, they admitted to seeing this weird craft. And by the way, that picture right there, that is the alleged, flying disc that they saw, whenever Buzz Aldrin said we were being watched. They were watching us. He said it's parked right over there on the side of the crater. I mean, look, guys, everything I'm telling you is these are actual quotes from these guys, okay? This right here, this looks like, something out of Star Trek. What is this, guys? I mean, it's crazy. That's your typical disc-shaped UFO right there with a little bulb on top. We've all seen that, even to this day. Even in 2020, we've had sightings. There was a recent sighting, was it Taiwan or China, I believe, looked identical. Here's the craft the guys went. The first mission to moon, or the first manned mission to the moon, Apollo 11, 1969. Now, obviously, the three of us were not going to blurt out, hey, Houston, we have something moving alongside of us, and we don't know what it is. Can you tell us what it is? Right? And look at this, guys. Looks like some type of secret base on the moon, maybe a crashed UFO. I can tell you what it's not. I can't tell you what it is, but I can tell you it's not a rock, right? It's not natural, I can tell you that. I mean, I do know that. I mean, common sense can tell you that. I mean, sure, you can look at little clouds in the sky and see different shapes and things, but that's not what we're looking at here. Okay, we just about could have said, look, we see a UFO out the window going along with us. What would have happened? The public would have gone crazy. We were smart enough to say, where is the upper stage rocket? Now, remember, guys, that was the cover story they came up with, but it's been proven it was 7,000 miles away. It was not a rocket, okay? Right here, the monolith on Mars. Buzz Aldrin talked about this. He said, yes, this right here, guys, this is worthy of pausing. Okay, because I believe there's a lot of disinformation out there. I believe there's a lot of cover-ups out there. What you're looking at here, this is allegedly, right, air quote, you know, the alien being that was in a craft on the moon. You know, there was some lunar module, not ours, you know, from another planet, another universe, another galaxy, whatever, right? Alien. And this is apparently what was recorded. And someone leaked the footage. But what did the government say? What did NASA say? So no, what you're looking at is CGI, right? So, you know, somebody is trolling us, whatever. Is nothing to see here, folks. You know, move it along, nothing to see here. But I believe it's real. You know, and I believe that's how they cover it up. You know, whenever something is leaked, kind of like the USS Nimitz. And we look, guys, I mean, this stuff, look, my mind is blown, completely blown away by this stuff. I mean, you know, when you put it all together, when you see a collection of all of this, it's kind of hard, it's hard to deny. You know, even, you know, the skeptics and the debunkers and all of that, you know, you can't really debunk this. You can't say everything is a rock. Everything, you know, is something natural. You know, 90% of it is. You're absolutely correct, but not all of it, guys. And if only 10% of it is, you know, true or real, that's enough. If 1% of what we show you is real, that should be enough. Again, right here, this is a real picture from the NASA archive. What are we looking at, guys? I mean, is this a mall? Okay. Moon base to be nuked. Now, this, you know, these underground UFO researchers investigators did a great job. They zoomed in on the photo. They're talking about nuking this thing, blowing this thing up, getting rid of it. You know, now, could they have meant, you know, Photoshop? Sure, they could have. Right here, NASA knew very little about the object reported by the Apollo 11 crew. It was obviously an unidentified flying object, but such objects were not uncommon in the history of even Earth orbit space flights going back over the previous years. So, you know, again, guys, these are high-ranking officials at NASA coming forward and saying, yes, it was very common. You know, incredibly common for these guys to see UFOs. Now, this looks like some weird piece of machinery, obviously blurred out by NASA. But again, it is on the moon. You can actually go to, you know, Google Earth, Google Moon, and look at this stuff today. Here's the weird craft that was following Apollo 11, one of the weird orbs, okay? What is this, guys? And it was there for not 1 day, not 2 days, 3 days it followed them around. This weird X on the moon. And again, guys, I want to show you this picture again. What is that? And again, look, I mean, I'm going to repeat myself a million times. This is from the NASA archive. This is not CGI. This is not clickbait. I mean, you know, look, guys, I don't want to say you should be concerned, but, you know, we need answers. What is out there? And remember, your tax dollars funds NASA. Keep that in mind. So I do believe we deserve answers. And, you know, they've made a mockery of the UFO community, right? Little green men, oh, you're, you know, with your little tinfoil hat. You know, that's not what we're about on the channel. We're about the real underground UFO investigation right here. What is this? Some type of ventilation. They believe there's an alien base under the moon, and this is like a shaft going down for ventilation. Okay, and this is allegedly, now I don't know if this one's real, in all fairness, but the dark side of the moon. You know, showing some type, what it appears to be a city from above, volcanic activity. I don't know. This right here, I believe, is fake. You know, so again, guys, we're going to keep it fair on the channel. You know, like I said, 90% of what I'm going to show you is real, but this stuff here, it's probably fake. But I wanted to include them regardless. Now, look, you guys stay tuned. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go through my photo gallery, and we're going to have just a closer look at this. I'm going to zoom in, zoom out, you know, and I don't know. We're going to try to just, you know, further break it down. But I wanted to kind of just burn through this real quick because I know a lot of you guys like little 5-minute videos. So guys, stay tuned and we'll have a closer look. All right, guys, part 2. There is a monolith there. There is a very unusual structure on this little potato-shaped object that goes around Mars once every 7 hours. When people find out about that, they are going to say, who put it there? Who put it there? Well, the universe put it there. If you choose, God put it there. Okay, what is this, guys? What, you know, all these, you know, cryptic messages. Now, I talked about this, you know, in my last little clip. I mean, to me, is it real? Is it CGI? Again, guys, I don't know. I really don't. But, you know, I do believe there are, you know, aliens among us. I mean, in fact, I'm 100% convinced of that. Okay, again, we're just going to go through these pictures. We'll zoom in on them, have a better look. You know, here's a weird UFO that I believe it was, I want to say Apollo 11, but it could have been Apollo 15. that took this particular picture. Again, you can find it in the NASA archive. This weird orb, again, I don't, some type of gas, I really don't know. Like I said, we're just going to kind of, thumb through them real quick. Lights above the moon. Now, what is above the moon surface that would light up like this? Just please, someone explain to me what is the natural explanation of this real NASA photo? Please, someone tell me, right? Now this right here, I think it might be CGI, possibly, so we're just gonna get right past that one. But this one is real. I could even give you the coordinates, you can go look at it yourself. It looks like little rooms, looks like road, looks like maybe ancient ruins on the moon, possibly ancient ruins. This, again, some type of industrial like machinery, I don't know, guys. It looks like a locomotive. You see the back of the little windows, the front, kind of like, the old-timey trains. This stuff is just weird, guys. You zoom in here, you see all these weird buildings and things, but you also see like this where NASA has blurred things out. Shadows in these craters. I don't know. These weird crafts here. Now, someone did highlight these to show you. There's, I don't know if you guys remember like little ventilation tubes and things like that on the moon, and of course this here, this orb in outer space. And they said, oh, it could have been a second or stage 2 rocket. Could have been a piece of the the Apollo 11 craft. It could have been this, could have been that. Well, it could be a lot of things, right? Could be. We don't know. We really don't know. Again, I'm just showing you these weird anomalies on the moon quickly. And this one here, incredible. This is my number 2, probably number 3 favorite. We'll keep going. Here's a collection side by side. Again, looks like tunnels, looks like hallways, looks like a building. Like if you were flying in like an airplane and took a picture like some type of night vision. This is what you would typically find, like at a chemical plant, maybe a shopping mall. I'm not saying there's a shopping mall, but this here, looks like a, some type of crashed UFO. Looks like debris laying around. Looks like maybe a smaller UFO right here. Maybe this is some type of underground entrance, Who knows, guys? I'm just guessing. This is mind-blowing. Like this right here. It looks like a UFO right here. This weird metallic disc on top of this triangle shape. Now, isn't that ironic? Triangle shape, like TRB and like the Phoenix Lights. There's tons of triangular UFOs out there, and this weird thing on top of it. I'm gonna call it a thing. I don't know what it is. Literally, it looks like a shellfish. Like, who knows? Like, guys, this is like down the rabbit hole. I don't know what we're looking at here. I'm sure you guys have heard of this, the weird, satellite on the moon. It resembles like, a satellite you would find on Earth. Okay, I believe that's fake right there. Here's the monolith on Mars. You guys have heard of the Black Tower, Area 51, right? I made a video about it. I even went there on the GPS location, showed you this weird black tower, out at, by Groom Lake out there. And it reminds me of that. Maybe I'll do a little side-by-side photo, but it looks almost identical. Crazy. Okay, there's, a little statement he made, another little statement. You guys can hit pause if you want to read it. But again, I just wanted to show you a breakdown of my video. These are the pictures that I took. Okay, here, this craft here, this is what they claim, the cover story that they saw, during the Apollo 11 mission. But it was 7,000 miles away. They didn't have the technology back then to see that. Okay, guys? So, nice try, NASA, but, we're not buying it. We are not buying it for one single minute. And, that's believed to be the craft when they landed on the moon. And remember, guys, Buzz Aldrin said, we were warned. Well, what does he mean we were warned? Or they had craft, far superior to our own. Well, what is he talking? Please elaborate, fine sir. Like, what are you talking about? You're not just going to make that type of comment for no reason. Like if you say, yeah, it was far superior than our own, well, obviously you saw something to make you make that statement. Something happened, you witnessed something for you to come back to Earth and say something like that. Was it the speed? Was it some type of warp? What was it? Like, what would make them say that? We're flying around in a tin can, and these guys are far superior technology. Like, what would make them say that? You guys understand, right? This here, what are we looking at, guys? Again, we see all these weird triangular crafts. Again, NASA archive. You know, and I didn't show this in my video. When the astronauts, says right here, at no time when the astronauts were in space were they alone. There was a constant surveillance by UFOs from Scott Carpenter. You know, you guys look them up. You know, all these weird things they were doing here on the moon. I just want to show you you know, what I'm looking at here, guys. I mean, here's all the photos I took to make my video. You know, I can click on, well, this one right here. I made a video about this, the alien base on the moon. Now, you guys look at it. You guys tell me that's natural. I mean, please someone tell me that, you know, the moon crammed together a million years ago or whatever, a bunch of rocks and dust, you know, stuck together and somehow made this thing that looks like a perfectly shaped you know, base, alien base. I mean, wow. Good job, universe, right? I mean, come on, guys. And somebody, I guess, parked a train on the moon. Like, you know, I don't know. What do we look? Now, this could be natural, of course, could be. This, you know, again, I'm not buying it, guys. I mean, look at this. I mean, is it possible? Let me ask you this. If you went out to the desert, out to the mountains, whatever, do you think you can find anything resembling this right here? Anything that looks like this? I don't think you could. I really don't think you could. You know, so, I don't know, guys. Just blows my mind away. So, you know, I'll probably leave it at that. You know, I don't know where to go with this. Let me just say this. Let me just end it here. You know, the thing is, I don't want to come across as like some UFO nut. I don't think everything I see is an alien or a UFO, or there's, you know, like some conspiracy tied to it. But, like I said earlier, if only 1% is true, that is enough. That is enough to open your eyes. That is enough to open your mind. That is enough for you to investigate. Right? I mean, we're on this big, giant ball in the middle of the universe. I mean, don't you want to know what is around you? Don't you want to know where you came from? Don't you want to know what else is out there? I mean, are you just like one of these like knuckle-dragging, mindless humans that doesn't care as long as you know, have your iPhone? Like, for real. I mean, I don't know, guys. I never understood people that you know, that they're not asking these types of questions. Sorry, guys. Leave a comment below. What do you think?